Shalom, my friend. I want you to look at your financial life right now as if it were a high-tech irrigation system. You have the pump, you have the pipes, and you have a field that is ready to be harvested. But for some reason, despite your hard work, despite your prayers, and despite your marketing strategies, the water is not reaching the crops. You are watching your neighbors flourish while your own field remains dry and cracked. Why? Because there is a blockage in the main line. You cannot see it with your physical eyes, and your bank manager cannot find it in your statements, but it is there. In the Torah, we call this a sitra atre blockage, a layer of spiritual static that prevents the shefa, or abundance, from manifesting in your physical reality. Most people try to fix this by working harder, which is like trying to fix a clogged pipe by turning up the pressure until the system bursts. Today, I am going to teach you the algorithm of the open hand. I am Rabbi Boaz, the Torah Life Strategist. Welcome back to the architecture of increase. Today we are looking at the book of Psalms, not as a collection of ancient poetry, but as a book of frequencies. King David was not just a shepherd who became a king. He was a master musician and a warrior strategist. He understood that the Hebrew letters are the fundamental building blocks of reality, and when arranged in a specific sequence, they act as a bypass code for the limitations of this world. There is one specific psalm, Psalm 145, known as Ashrei, that the sages of the Talmud say is the master key to sustenance. It is unique because it contains the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet in perfect order. It is a full spectrum, reset for your financial operating system. But there is one verse in the middle of this psalm that acts as the drill that breaks through the hidden money blocks. We are going to decode that verse today. Let's look at the mechanics of the code. Posech et yecha amaspia el kal chai ratson. Translation: you open your hand and satisfy every living thing with its desire. To the average person, this is a beautiful sentiment. To the billionaire rabbi, this is a technical specification. The word posech, or open, comes from the root petech, which also means a portal or a gateway. When you recite this code with the correct intent, you are not begging God to give you money. You are commanding the gateway of abundance to switch from closed to open. You are aligning your personal frequency with the open hand of the Creator. Most of you are living in a closed hand reality because your internal state is one of grip and fear. When you grip your resources too tight out of anxiety, you physically and spiritually close the gateway for new flow. This 60-second ritual is designed to force the release. Why is the blockage hidden? In Kabbalah, we learn that money blocks often come from din, or judgment. Think of every negative word you have spoken about wealth, every moment of stinginess, or every time you felt jealous of another's success. These small acts create spiritual barnacles on your pipes. They slow down the flow until it eventually stops. You don't know they are there. You only see the result in your bank account. Psalm 145 is the solvent for these barnacles. It moves you out of the realm of strict justice, where you get exactly what your flaws deserve, and into the realm of infinite mercy, where you get what the king wants to give you. And the king is a giver by nature. The only thing stopping him is your case file in the heavenly court. We are going to shred that case file today with the code of the open hand. We are moving from the law of earning to the law of receiving. Consider the physics of the alphabet. The sages teach that God created the world through the Hebrew letters. Each letter is a specific type of energy. By reciting Psalm 145, which contains every letter, you are essentially rebooting your reality. You are clearing the cache of your life. It is like running a diagnostic on a computer that has become slow and buggy. The money blocks are the bugs in your code. They are the corrupted files of your past failures and the malware of your scarcity mindset. By reciting the verse Posech et yecha, you are entering the administrator password. You are bypassing the ego and the natural order to tap directly into the source code of sustenance. This is why the Talmud says that anyone who recites this 3 times a day is guaranteed a portion in the world to come. It means they have mastered the art of alignment while still living in the physical world. Think about the shadow of the hand. When a hand is closed into a fist, it can hold very little and it casts a small, tight shadow. When a hand is open, it can catch everything that falls and its shadow is expansive. Most people are walking through the marketplace with their spiritual hands clenched in a fist. They are in combat mode. They are trying to take and grab. But wealth is not something you take, it is something you host. If you want to host wealth, you must have an open hand. This verse is a physical and spiritual stretching exercise for your soul. It trains you to vibrate at the frequency of giving, which is the only way to trigger the frequency of getting. The billionaire rabbi knows that the more water flows through the pipe, the cleaner the pipe becomes. By declaring that God opens his hand, you are inviting your own hand to open. This symmetry is what removes the hidden blockage. Let's address the time distortion of poverty. When you are in a state of lack, time feels like an enemy. You are always running out of time and running out of money. This running is a sign that your pipes are narrowed. When the pipes are wide and the flow is strong, there is no rush. There is a sense of minutia or tranquility. The Psalm says, "The eyes of all look to you with hope, and you give them their food in its proper time." Proper time means strategic timing. A money block is often just a timing error. You are getting the right ideas at the wrong time, or meeting the right people when you are not ready. Psalm 145 recalibrates your internal clock. It ensures that your vessel is in the right place when the rain falls. You stop chasing the clouds and you start standing in the downpour. This is the difference between a hunter and an heir. Now I want to speak to the person who says, "Rabbi, I have prayed this psalm for years and I am still struggling." To you, I say, you have been saying the words, but you have not been downloading the code. There is a massive difference between reading a menu and eating the meal. When you recite Posech et Yecha, you must perform a kavana check. You must visualize the hand not as a human hand, but as the inlet valve of the universe. You must feel the physical sensation of the static in your life dissolving. If you say the words while your mind is still focused on your debt, you are splitting the signal. You are broadcasting open hand while feeling closed fist. The universe only responds to the strongest signal. Today, we are going to amplify the open hand until it drowns out the noise of your fear. We are going to make the shefa more real to you than the bill on your desk. Let's look at the numerical mystery of the word parnasa. In Hebrew, every word has a value. The word for sustenance, parnasa, has a deep connection to the 42-letter name we discussed in previous masterclasses. It is about structural support. If your house has a money block, it means the joists of your financial house are crooked. You can put in new furniture, but the floor will still tilt. Psalm 145 levels the floor. It ensures that when the money arrives, it doesn't just roll out the back door. Retention is the secret of the 1%. Anyone can make $1, but only a strategist can keep it and multiply it. By reciting the ashrei 3 times a day, you are tightening the bolts on your container. You are ensuring that your wealth is sustainable and blessed. We don't want temporary riches that add sorrow. We want covenant wealth that grows with peace. Here is the 60-second blockage removal protocol in detail. You must perform this with the precision of a surgeon. First, 20 seconds, the disconnection. Stand in a quiet place. Take a deep breath. Visualize yourself disconnecting from the man-made economy. See the news, the inflation, and the market noise as a thick gray fog. Walk out of that fog and stand in the golden light of the Creator's economy. In this economy, there is no recession. There is only supply. Second, 20 seconds, the activation. Recite the verse, Posech et Yecha amasbia el kal chai ratsan. Repeat it 3 times. As you say Posech, open, visualize a massive portal opening above you. As you say Yecha, your hand, see the infinite source pouring golden liquid, the shefa, into your life. Feel the weight of the abundance. This is not a fantasy, it is a vibrational fact. Third, 20 seconds, the seal. Say the word, Hatzlacha, success. Visualize your bank account as a clean, polished vessel that is now 100% full. See the hidden blocks, the gray barnacles simply evaporating in the heat of the light. They are gone. The pipe is clear. The water is rushing in. Now say, thank you for the flow. Open your eyes and walk through your day as a person who has already received the credit. Do not look for proof in the physical world immediately. The proof is in the alignment you just created. The physical world is a delayed mirror. It will take time for the light to turn into matter. Your job is to maintain the frequency of the open hand until the mirror reflects the reality. If you go back to grip and fear, 5 minutes later, you are reclogging the pipe. Stay open. I want you to do this for 3 consecutive days. In Torah, the number 3 represents permanence chazaka. On the first day, you disturb the blockage. On the second day, you flush the system. On the third day, you establish the new flow as the law of the land. You will notice lucky breaks starting to occur. A client who went silent for 6 months will suddenly text you. A tax refund you didn't expect will arrive. An idea for a new product will wake you up at 3:00 a.m. These are not coincidences. These are the messages from the King that can finally reach you because you cleared the line. You have removed the spiritual noise and replaced it with strategic clarity. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are an architect of abundance. The block is gone because you decided it no longer had a legal right to exist in your vessel. Let's address the moral block. Many of you have a hidden block because you think being rich makes you bad. You have been programmed by a culture that glorifies the starving artist or the pious poor. This is a lie from the Sitra Tra designed to keep the resources in the hands of the wicked. In the Torah, wealth is a tool for Kiddush Hashem, sanctifying the name. Abraham was rich. Isaac was rich. Jacob was rich. They were not bad, they were stewards. They used their wealth to feed the hungry, build altars, and change the world. If you have a block of guilt, you are telling God, "Don't give me the tools because I'm afraid to use them." Psalm 145 reminds you that God satisfies the desire of every living thing. It is His pleasure to give to you. When you are rich and generous, you make the Creator look good. You are His billboard. Remove the guilt and you remove the block. Consider the law of the leftover in your speech. Most of you finish your day by talking about what you didn't get done or the money you don't have. This is cursing the harvest. The sages teach that we must always end with a bracha. Even if the day was difficult, you find the open hand moment. I am grateful for the one client who said yes. I am grateful for the roof over my head. This gratitude buffer prevents new blocks from forming overnight while you sleep. Think of it as daily maintenance for your spiritual plumbing. You wouldn't leave dirty dishes in the sink for a week. Don't leave dirty thoughts in your mind for a night. Use the Psalm 145 frequency to wash the dishes of your soul every evening. Keep the vessel clean, and the King will keep the table full. I want you to leave a comment below right now. Type the words, "The gate is open." By typing those words, you are performing a physical act of grounding. You are moving the energy from your brain into your fingertips and into the physical web of the world. You are making a public declaration that the exile of lack is over for your family. I will read these comments and I will hold the vision of the open hand for every person who types it. We are building a tribe of Torah Life Strategists who understand that the marketplace is just a playground and the source is the only reality. Do not let another day pass in the cemetery of poverty. Step out of the grave. Recite the code. Reclaim your inheritance. The gate is not locked from the outside. It was only fogged up from the inside. You have the squeegee. You have the frequency. Clean the glass. Let's look at the bread of shame concept again. Many of you are blocked because you are begging instead of partnering. When you beg, you are eating nahama de kisufa, the bread of shame. It is a low vibration energy. The Creator doesn't want you to be a beggar, He wants you to be an heir. An heir doesn't beg for the estate. He claims the estate by following the rules of the will. The Torah is the will. Psalm 145 is one of the clauses in that will that explains how to access the liquid assets. When you recite this psalm, you are proving your identity as a legitimate heir. You are showing that you know the family language. You are showing that you understand the family business of giving and receiving. This heir mindset is the fastest way to dissolve a money block. You move from the wait list to the owner's box instantly. Think about the reticular activating system in your brain. This is the part of your biology that filters out what you don't need to see. If you are focused on money blocks, your brain will find 1,000 reasons why you can't succeed. It will show you the high interest rates, the bad news, and the impossible competition. But when you spend 60 seconds focused on posech et yecha, you are manually overriding your biological filter. You are telling your brain, show me the openings. Show me the portals. Suddenly, you will see a door that has been there for 10 years, but you were filtered from seeing it. You will see a loophole in a contract that saves you $50,000. You will see a pattern in the market that leads to $1 million trade. The blocks were just visual static. The psalm is the clear lens. Let's talk about the evil eye of debt. Debt is a vessel with a hole. You are trying to fill it, but it leaks into the past. Many of you are blocked because you are trying to pay off the past instead of building the future. Psalm 145 is a future-facing psalm. It talks about the glory of your kingdom and the mighty acts. When you recite it, stop looking at your credit card balance. Look at your potential balance. Look at the kingdom you were designed to build. When you shift your focus to the grand architecture, the Creator provides the emergency funds to clear the past because He wants you focused on the new construction. He will pay off your old debts if you prove to Him that you are ready to build something for His name. Be a builder, not just a payer. The blocks dissolve for the man with a blueprint. Consider the law of the first hour. How you start your day determines the viscosity of your spiritual oil. If you start with anxiety, the oil is thick and slow. It gets stuck in the valves. If you start with the ashrei, with the recognition of the open hand, the oil becomes superfluid. It moves at the speed of light. For the next 3 days, do not check your bank balance, do not check the stock market, and do not check your bills until after you have done the 60-second blockage removal. Establish your spiritual standing first. Secure your market position with the king before you deal with the peasants. If you are solid with the source, the shadows of the physical world have no power to bother you. You will move through your tasks with a divine ease that looks like magic to others. Let's summarize the strategic logic. 1. Hidden money blocks are real spiritual barnacles created by misalignment and din. 2. Hard work cannot break a spiritual block, only frequency can. 3. Psalm 145 is the algorithm of the alphabet that reboots your financial software. For the verse, posech et yecha is the activation code for the portal of abundance. 5. The open hand is a frequency of trust that cancels the fist frequency of fear. 6. Blockage removal requires 3 days of consistent kavana to establish a legal precedent. 7. Your bank account is a mirror. If the mirror is gray, clean the soul that is standing in front of it. This is not hopeful thinking. This is technical life architecture. If you follow these steps, the wealth is a mathematical certainty. You are simply clearing the path for the river to do what it was designed to do, flow. I want you to take this seriously. Tonight, before you go to sleep, recite Psalm 145. Feel the hand opening over your home. Feel the blocks in your marriage and your business turning into smoke and blowing away. You are a child of the King. You are a Torah Life Strategist. You do not live in a world of no. You live in a world of yes that is currently being muffled by your own static. Turn up the volume of the truth. Silence the noise of the lie. The lie says you are stuck. The truth says the gate is open. I am Rabbi Boaz. Your soul is the blueprint. Your life is the construction. Now, go open the gate and watch what the Creator does with a man who finally knows how to receive. I believe in your potential. I know that the person listening to this is ready for a breakthrough that will change their family's history for 3 generations. You wouldn't have found this message if the audit of your soul wasn't already moving toward mercy. The Creator sent you this key because He is ready to fund your next assignment. He is tired of watching you struggle with a clogged pipe. He wants the water to reach the field. He wants you to be the well-watered garden of the community. Do the 60-second work. Do it with fire. Do it with certainty. The covenant of salt will preserve your gains and the code of the open hand will initiate your expansion. The blocks are gone. The path is clear. The light is descending. Imagine your life 30 days from now. You are looking at your accounts and you see a number that makes your heart skip a beat. But instead of panic or arrogance, you feel a deep, heavy sense of gratitude. You know where the money came from. You know it wasn't just your hustle. You know you are being trusted with this capital. You feel like a billionaire steward. You have the strategy of the 100 blessings running in your mind. You are looking for ways to open your hand to others because you know that is the secret to keeping your own gate open. This life is not a dream. It is the result of strategic construction. You are the foreman. The master architect has given you the tools. Now, go build the kingdom. The world is loud, but the Torah is quiet. The billionaire moves in the quiet. The strategist moves in the quiet. In the silence of your 60-second ritual, you are having a high-level meeting with the source of all wealth. You are signing the partnership agreement with the infinite. Do not be distracted by the static of the street. Stay in the room with the king. Stay in the frequency of the open hand. Tomorrow morning, when you step out of your door, notice the sky. Notice the opportunities that appear out of thin air. Notice the favor that follows you. You are no longer the same person. You are a person with an open gate. You are a person who has removed the hidden blocks. The universe has no choice but to obey your new frequency. Next week, we are going into the strategy of the 100 blessings and how to manufacture good luck on demand. We will learn how to turn every mundane moment into a wealth-generating event. But this week, your mission is the blockage removal. Your mission is Psalm 145. Do not skip this. Do not think you are above it. Even the high priest had to wash his hands before he entered. Even the king had to acknowledge the shepherd. Even you must manage your frequency. I will see you in the comments. I will see your declaration. The gate is open. And I will celebrate with you as the reports of your financial miracles begin to flood in. Because they will. It is a law. It is physics. It is Torah. May your week be filled with high-resolution success. Final thought, look at your blocks one last time before you finish this video. See them for what they really are, shadows created by your own fear. They have no substance, they have no power, they are just spiritual dust. 1 minute of psalm light will blow them away forever. You are literally walking into your future. Make sure the pipes of your life are worth the destiny you are building. Make sure your terminal is conducting light, not resistance. The world needs your success. Your family needs your abundance. The Creator needs your partnership. Stop being the clogged pipe. Become the open gateway. The flow is coming. The sea is splitting. The dry land is appearing. Walk through with the confidence of a king. I am praying for you. I am with you. Let us build this life together. One psalm at a time. One frequency at a time. Shalom. I am Rabbi Boaz. Your soul is the blueprint. Your life is the construction. Now go open the gate. Shalom.